Thinking about the world is ending. So why can't I start remembering this place? Is it too late? Face you, I gotta lose. Tries to like it's no use. Anymore nights you'll feel okay. Feels like infinity. Yeah, you can stay dramatic. Let him just wait. Clinging like static. Let him do something so sad. But the memories after the empty end. So something moment. Finally fix it. Got so excited. Okay, good. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Just now, I sent the link to the group. So if you can hear me, you can type a 6 in the chat box. Hello, hello. Yeah, we still have like 6 minutes to have the lesson. Okay, good. You can type a 6 in the chat box. Type a 6 in the chat box and let me know. Okay, so please get ready, everybody. How are you? Let me see in the chat box. Okay, good. Yeah, I see a lot of people are typing 6. Okay, so how are you? And a question, do you know my name? Do you know my name? Anybody knows my name? I think not many of you know me. Oh, somebody knows my name. That's nice. Yeah, later I'm going to introduce myself. Okay, thank you. We have Zhuang Zhuang, right? Okay, I don't know your name. It's okay. Yeah, if you just enter, please get ready for today's live lesson, live stream lesson. And I'm going to chat with you a little bit before we have the lesson. And by the way, can you listen to the music? I actually are playing some music here. Hopefully you can relax a little bit before we have the lesson. Oh, somebody type my name again in the chat box. Thank you. And again, if you're ready to have today's lesson, you can type an 8 in the chat box. If you are ready to have the lesson, type an 8 in the chat box. Come on, let me know you are ready for today's lesson. Nobody types an 8. Come on. Come on, everybody. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I see a lot of you are ready. That's good. Okay, we still have 2 minutes to go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, somebody type my name again in the chat box. Thank you. So how is everybody? Do you have a good day? How is your day? I'm losing control and I can't keep on lying to me. Feels like I'm lying to you too. And I am always wondering now. Nobody give me a response. How is everybody? I think everybody will say like I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine, right? I'm happy, right? Yeah. I've been diving in free fall. Yeah, make sure you have a piece of paper and also a pen or maybe a pencil with you because you are going to think about some math problems here. Yeah. Okay, we still have 1 minute to go. I'm ready to have today's lesson. So again, if you're ready, type an A in the chat box and let me know. Come on, come on, come on. 1 minute to go. Type an A in the chat box. Let me know you are ready for today's lesson. Hey, somebody said happy. Good. Good to hear that. Okay, yeah, I think it's the time for today's lesson. And everybody welcome to SMKC DMD day number 2. And first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. And somebody just know my name, but I think still a lot of people are not familiar with me. So you see this very handsome man here. Okay, look exactly like me, right? So what's my name? Anybody knows? Actually, my Mandarin name is Huo Jingchen. And of course, you can call my English name, which is Jimson. Okay, so please greet me with Jimson in the chat box. Okay, so hello everybody. And now I'm a teacher in Singapore Think Academy, Primary 1 and Primary 2. Okay, and then I'm going to show you more about me. So here we have some pictures. Do you think the pictures are very beautiful? And have a guess. Who took the picture? Type it in the chat box. Who took the pictures? Yeah, or maybe you just say the name out. Who took the photos? Yeah, definitely. It's me, okay? So you see, I have some keywords here, okay? So first of all, I've been teaching for 10 years. I'm not 10 years old, okay? Even though I look very young, but I'm not 10 years old. I've been teaching for 10 years. And again, here I have one student with a SASMO full score, okay? Last year in Malaysia, because I taught in Malaysia previously. And then you can see here we have 2 keywords. One is photos and one is coffee. So of course, you know, I love to take photos and also I love to drink coffee. So once again, hello everybody. Welcome to today Jimson's class, okay? And then today we're going to talk about calculation and counting again. And today, Jimson will take you to a math land together. So we are going to count some shapes together. And are you ready for the challenge? Type a 6 in the chat box and let me know. Are you ready? Come on. Make sure you have a pencil or a pen and also a piece of paper. Come on. Come on. Okay, I think everybody is ready. So now let's take a look. And once you finish one challenge, you are going to have a diamond. I prepare some surprises for you. So let's take a look. We have the warm up first. So let's take a look at the question. We have Anna draws a picture of some shapes. And her picture contains 3 black triangles and fewer than 4 squares. Okay, so now we're going to find out which one could be Anna's picture. So this is a real question in SMKC. Okay, so first of all, think about it. What are we looking at? What do we need to find, everybody? Just tell me the answer. Do we need to find circle? No. Do we need to find a rectangle? No. We need to find 1 triangle. And number 2, we need to find squares. Okay. And then can we do like, okay, I look
this is one triangle, and this is one square. And I look at the second picture, okay, one triangle, one square. Can we do like this? Yes or no, everybody? Type yes or no in the chat box. Can we count like, oh, one triangle, one square, one triangle, one square? Can we count like this? Actually, no. Yes, I see a lot of you are typing here. So we cannot type in a mess. Everybody pay attention. We cannot type in a mess. Instead, we need to count in order, right? Okay, so that's very important. So I think a lot of you know the answer, but I really hope you can follow Jimson's logic. So first, we need to find black triangles. And how many? 3. So let's look at the first one. Do we have 3 black triangle? 1, 2. No. So bye-bye A. We don't choose A. Okay. And for the second one, do we have 3 black triangle? Yes or no? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. Possible. Okay. And let's move on to C. Do we have 3 black triangle? We only have 1 and 2. So bye-bye. Okay. We don't choose C. Pay attention. We don't need a white one. We need a black one. And then we have D. Do we have 3 black triangle? No. Okay, there is only 1. Bye-bye, D. And what about the last one? Do we have 3 black triangle? Let's count. Like 1, 2, 3. Possible. So which one is the answer, everybody? B or E? Think about it. Yeah, type it in the chat box. B or E? Yeah, a lot of you know the answer, okay? So I'm going to tell you very quickly. Because the second one, we need to count the squares. And we need to have fewer than 4 squares. So now let's count the squares one more time, okay? So for the first one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we choose B? Yes or no? No, it should be less than 4. So it cannot be equal or it cannot be bigger than 4. So bye-bye B. Okay, so you see the answer is actually E, but we need to check. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 square. So possible? Yes. So you see the answer is E here. So the first one, I think the answer is quite clear, but I hope you can think about the logic. I give you some tips. First of all, we need to think about what we need to find. Okay. And then the second one, type in the chat box. Can we count in a mess? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we count in a mess? No. So instead, we need to count in order. So that's very important. Okay. So after the warm-up, now let's move on to here. The first challenge here. Let's take a look at the question. Everybody. In the picture below, there are 5 pointed stars, 6 pointed stars, and 7 pointed stars. Okay. And then the question is, how many 6 pointed stars are there? So now everybody type in the chat box, what is the target? What are we going to find? We need to find 5 pointed, 6 pointed, or 7 pointed star. Come on, type it in the chat box. I think a lot of you know the answer. Okay. So we need to find 6 pointed stars. So we need to think about it. And then after that, we need to find them out first. And then we need to count. And by the way, can we count like, okay, I see one in here. And then I see one in here. Can we count like this? Yes or no? And after that, I see one here. Can we count like this? No. Remember, we need to count in order. So usually when you count, for example here, how can you count? What is the order? Yeah, usually we can count from left to right, right? Okay, so we can count from left to right. And maybe we can also count from, top to bottom. Yeah, from top to bottom. Okay, so usually you follow some of the order. So now let's count. Can you find out the answer? Yeah, I think a lot of you find it out. So on the left, we have 1, 6 pointed. Okay, pay attention. And after that, is this one counted? No, this is a 7 counted, pointed. So here we have 2. And then here we have 3. And then what is the next one? Yeah, here we have 4. And what is the next one? Yeah, in here we have 5. So how many? Very good. So the answer is very obvious. We have 5 pointed stars, 6 pointed stars. Okay. So make sure, find out what we need to find. Okay. And the second, you need to count in order. That's very important. And if you are clear about this, give me a 6 in the chat box. Come on. Type a 6 in the chat box. Find the target and then count in order. Very important. Yeah. So congratulations. And now here is the surprise for everybody. So here I have 5. Okay. 5 diamonds. So you can choose one of them. And let's see, what do we have? A, B, C, D, E. Come on. In the chat box, A, B, C, D, E. I think a lot of you will have a different answer. Yeah, I don't know. I just look at the chat box and the most answer I see, I will open it. Come on. Okay, E. Okay, E. So let's see. I think it's an E. So what do we have for E? 3, 2, 1. Okay, teacher gives a big heart, everybody. So Jimson is going to give you a big heart. And by the way, promise me, do not have a screenshot. Okay, even though it's very cute, right? Don't screenshot me. Okay, so I'm going to give you a big heart. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! This is a big heart. Okay, yeah. So thank you very much. And now let's move on to the second challenge, everybody. So in here, we have a different question. Let's take a look. Here we have Jimson's photo covers a piece of square paper and as shown in the picture. And of course, here you cannot see Jimson's photo. I'm going to show you in no time. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Wow, this is Jimson's big face. Okay, yeah, okay. So the question is, let's take a look. We need to find out how many of the squares have Jimson's photo on them. Okay, so this is a question adapted from SMKC. So simply means we need to find all the square with Jimson's face. So now everybody, what's in your mind? How are you going to solve the problem? I think somebody will know. Okay, so I just count, like we count every square with Jimson's face. And again, what do we need to do? Can we count in a mess? Yes or no? No, never. So again, we need to count in order, like I said just now. Okay. So simply put, again, we can count from left to right. Yeah, this is actually the rows. Okay. And also we can count from top to bottom. This is the column. So solution number 1. So we think forward. So do we count this? Yes or no? No, this is an empty, okay, an empty square. So we count from left to right then. So do we count this? Yes or no? Yes, very good, very good. So here we have 1, and the next one, 2, and this one, 3. And the next row, do we count this one? No, okay, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you see, we have 6 already. And after that, do we count this? No, again, we have 1, 2, 3. So actually, you can count like this, like 1 by 1. So it's a 9 actually. Yeah, I see a lot of you type in the chat box. Very good job. And here you see, if we count it from left to right, row by row, how many 3s do we have? How many 3s? We have 3 3s, right? So you see here we have the total. If you're going to write an equation, so it will be 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal 9. Okay? And remember, when you have 3 3s adding together, actually we have a faster way. What do we need? If you're in primary 2, you may know the answer. Yeah, we can use times. So you can also do like 3 times 3 equal 9. Okay, because we have 3 3s adding together. So you see, the answer is 9. Okay, so this is one way of solving it. So we can think forward. How many squares with Jimson's face? And can you find out some other different ways? Everybody think about it. So here, think about it. There are 2 kinds of squares. The one with Jimson's face. What about the other one? So maybe we have some squares without Jimson's face, right? So every kid think about it. How we can solve the problem. Okay. Can we think backwards? Can we think backwards? So we find out all the empty squares. And after that, we can know how many squares with Jimson's face. So now if you think about this, and who can tell me how many squares are there in total? Yeah. So how many squares are there in total? Everybody type it in the chat box. Yeah. Of course you can count like one by one, but I think it will be very slow. Yeah. How many squares? Yeah. Very good. So count row by row. Each row we have 4, right? So we have 3 rows. So here we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 equal 12. So these are the total squares. And again, when you have 3 4s adding together, everybody, do you have a faster way? Yeah, we can use times, right? So we can also do 3 times 4 equal 12. Okay, so either is okay. Okay, and then after that, what about the empty? The empty square. The square without Jimson's face. Can you count? Type the number in the chat box and let me know. How many squares are there without Jimson's face? Without Jimson's handsome face? Come on. Okay, can you count? Okay, so I think it's very obvious. We have 1, 2, and 3, right? Okay, so you see here we have 3. So what can we do? Yeah, actually we can use 12, the total of the square. Take away the empty one, which is 3. So that means how many squares with Jimson's face? Yeah, again, we get the same answer. We have 9 here. Okay, so you see we have 2 different ways of solving the problem. And actually it has 2 different thinking methods. First, you can think forward, right? How many squares with Jimson's face? And again, what can you do? You can think backwards, right? Think about how many empty squares do we have. And after that, we use the total, take away the empty squares, and then we can find out the squares with Jimson's face. So you get it, everybody? We have 2 ways of thinking. Thinking forward and thinking backward. Hopefully, you can try to think about these 2 ways in your study. Okay? So that's it for question number 2. And if you're clear, give me a 6 in the chat box because we are going to have the surprise, the diamond here. Okay, are you ready for the diamonds? Let's take a look. Congratulations for the second one. And now, just now we don't have E. Okay? So now, A, B, C, D. Which one do you want? Come on. A, B, C, D. I look at the chat box and let's see which one is the most popular. Come on, A, B, C, D. Which one? Oh, it's an A, it's a B. Okay, it's an A, I think. The yellow one, the gold one. So let's take a look in A. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Whoa, you have the noodle challenge. What is that? By the way, do you enjoy noodles? Do you have noodles? Okay, I think a lot of you like noodles. Okay, so now let's take a look. By the way, I also enjoy noodles. Okay, especially in Singapore, I prefer the noodle with the white chicken. Oh yeah. Okay, so now let's take a look. Here we have a noodle and we have a pair of scissors, and we are going to cut the noodles because we are going to have a cutting noodle competition. Okay, so now let's take a look. Here we need to find out how many pieces do we have after we cut the noodle. So everybody think about it and type your answer in the chat box. So first of all, let's take a look. Here we have the noodle, and if we have 1 cut, that means we cut it 1 time. Cut. 1 time. So everybody, how many pieces do we have now? Come on, type it in the chat box. How many? Let's count. 1 and 2. So we have 2 pieces, right? Okay. So what if here Jimson have 2 cuts? Cut. I cut it once, and then cut. I cut it twice. So in here, how many pieces? Come on, in the chat box. How many? Is it 2? Is it 2? 2 cuts. So I have 2 pieces. Is it? No, let's count. 1 piece, right? And the 2 pieces, right? And 3 pieces. How many pieces? Yeah, actually we have 3. Everybody think about it. Actually, we had a pattern. Think about it, okay? I have one last question for you. What about we have 3 cuts? So I cut one time, cut one time. Okay, I cut one time, yeah. So we have 3 cuts now. How many pieces? Is it 3? Is it 3? Come on. Yeah, very good. In the chat box, I see a lot of you are typing 4. Let's count like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So actually we have 4. So now everybody, I hope you can pay attention. Here, when we have 1 cut, we have 2 pieces. When you have 2 cuts, we have 3 pieces. When you have 3 cuts, you have 4 pieces. So can you find any pattern? Which one has more? Yeah, pieces, right? How many more? 2 is very good. 1 more. So simply means here 1, we plus 1 equal 2, right? And then we can check. 2 cuts, what about pieces? Is it 1 more? Very good. We plus 1. Okay? And when you have 3 cuts, here we have 1 more for the pieces. So you see, do we need to cut like this every time? No. You just think about the pattern. Which one has more, the cuts or the pieces? Very good. Shout out your answer. Which one has more, cuts or pieces? Pieces. How many more? Very good. 1 more. So that's it. Here, in order to find the pieces quickly, you just need to use the number of the cuts plus 1. Okay? 1 more. Okay? And we can find the pieces. So now let's have a quick review. What if here Jimson has 5 cuts? Let's see who has the correct answer in the chat box. The quickest one. How many pieces? Very quickly. Okay, yeah, I saw some of you typing 6 in the chat box. Is it 6? Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cuts. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, so actually it's true. What about this one? Okay, what if we have 50 cuts? So do we really need to like cut like 50 times? Oh, well, I won't do it. Okay, yeah. So come on, type in the chat box. How many pieces do we have? How many pieces when we have 50 cuts? Whoa, that's really a lot. I don't want to cut the noodles so many pieces into so many pieces. Okay, very good. I see in the chat box the correct answer. We just have 1 more. So actually 50 plus 1 equal 51. So you see, we find the pattern. Always we have 1 more pieces than the cut. Okay? So follow this, everybody. Let's take a look. Which one has the most pieces? A, B, C, D. Type in the chat box. Come on, A, B, C, D. Very quickly, let's see who has the fastest and also correct answer. Very quickly, let's see A, B, C, D. Don't count everyone, okay? You think about the logic. Okay, so A, here we have 1 cut, so 2 pieces. B, 1 cut, 2 pieces. C, 1 cut, 2 pieces. And D, how many cuts? 1 cut, 2 cut. How many pieces? 2 plus 1 equal 3 pieces. So the answer is, yeah, D here. Okay, very good job. So now 1 more. Let's have a try. What about this one? Oh, this noodle looks a little bit strange. It's a Z shape. It's a Z shape. So again, don't count it, okay? Of course, you can count in order, like 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, actually, this is 1, right? 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. Okay, actually, you can do like that, right? But usually, it takes longer time, and also you will make a mistake, especially here. Okay, somebody think, oh, it has 2 pieces. So how do we do it faster? Yeah, remember the pattern. We need to find the number of cuts. How many cuts, everybody? Okay. While you're doing the practice for today, make sure you have the cuts on the paper. So here we have 1 cut. Oh, we follow the order. We start from the Caesar, okay? We have 1 cut, and then 2 cut, and then we have 3 cuts. So when you have 3 cuts, how many pieces? How many pieces? Yeah, it will be 3 plus 1, so equal 4 pieces. Okay, so just now actually we double check, right? 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces, and 4 pieces. Okay, so 3 cuts, 1 more. Very good, a lot of you typing 4 here. Okay, so now let's move on to the last challenge for today. Okay, so if we cut along the dotted line, how many parts will the road split into? So this is a real question in SMKC. Okay, so let's see. I give you some time, maybe 1 minute. Yeah, can you do it by yourself? Because I'm not going to talk about it. We talk about it a lot. I'm going to wait. Who can give me the correct answer in the chat box? Okay, think about it. Think about it. Use your finger to point how many cuts are there. And then think about the pieces. Yeah, very good. A lot of you having the correct answer. So let's take a look. Okay. Follow the scissor and mark the cuts. 1 cut. Okay, this is not a cut. Okay, this one is not a cut. Okay. And here we have 2 cuts. And after that, I'm going to change a color. I think it's not really obvious. Okay, I use a red pen. So 1 cut here. And then 2 cuts. 3 cuts. And 4 cuts. So when you have 4 cuts, how many pieces are there, everybody? Yeah, in the chat box, a lot of you are correct. We have 1 more piece than the cuts. So here we have 4 plus 1 equal 5. So that means the answer is 5 pieces. Okay, 5 parts. Okay, so that's the end here for today. And if you're interested, here you can have the bonus question, but I'm not going to talk about this. It's the same logic. You can have a try by yourself, but make sure you count the cuts very carefully. Don't cut it wrong. Okay. Yeah. So that's the end here for today, everybody. And then let's take a look at the last lucky draw here. Okay. So just now we don't have E, we don't have A, so we still have 3. Okay. So here we have like A, B, C. Come on. Which diamond do you want? Which diamond do you want? A, B, C. A, B, C. Which diamond do you want? Okay, come on. Let's see. Which diamond? A, B, or C? Nobody give me the choice. Okay. So I see C here. Okay, let's see. What do we have? So the green one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you have a game. So now today's live stream lesson. So we need to find all the round gems. Everybody, you take a look by yourself. Type it in the chat box. Okay, this is a relaxing game. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed today's lesson. Yeah. And again, don't count it in a mess. Count in order, everybody. Count in order. Follow the route. Okay? Yeah, follow the rule. Otherwise, you will miss. Always remember, order is very important. How many round gems? The target is round gems. Okay, let's count. So we have the first one. And we have the second one, the blue one. So we have 2 already. And after that, we have, another. So we have 3. And the next one, 4. And the next one, we have 5. Do we have the last one? Yes or no? Oh, yeah, very good. Actually, we have 6 round gems. Okay, good job, everybody. So now for the review, here, let's recap what we learned today. So first of all, when we count the shape, can we count in a mess? Can we count in a mess? No, never. We need to find the target and we need to count in order. So always remember, order is very important. Otherwise, you will miss some of the correct answers. Okay? And the second, remember, this one. The one with Jimson's handsome face. So we have 2 ways of solving it, remember? The first one, I think a lot of you will do. We think forward. You count the number of squares with Jimson's face. But also, what can we do? Very good. We can think backwards, right? Okay. So here, always remember 2 ways of thinking. Thinking forward and also thinking backwards. Okay. So try when you're doing your homework. Okay. And the last one, remember, when we have the cuts, yeah, so you don't need to count one by one. Remember which one has more, the pieces or the cuts. Yeah, okay, for the pieces. And it has always one more than the cuts. So you just use the number of the cuts plus one, and then you get the number of the pieces. And pay attention, one more notice. Here it should be an open shape. Yeah, an open shape. That means it's not closed. It's not closed. When it is closed, it's a totally different story. Okay, so that's the end here for today. And don't forget, yeah, to finish your daily math doses number 2. Okay, and some tips here, because yesterday when I and Ollie are correcting some of your practices, a lot of you just have the answer. So here, think about it. First, you need to mark the time span. That means how long you spend in doing the exercise. You cannot spend like 30 minutes doing it. That's too long, okay? So Jimson will recommend like within 10 minutes max, okay? You do not need to spend so long, only 10 minutes. I think some of you can finish it within like 5 minutes, okay? So you can mark the time span, try to do it as possible, as soon as possible, and with correct answers, okay? So the second tips, I hope you can write the steps, because yesterday I see a lot of you have empty, have only the answer. So make sure you have the steps. How you solve the problem, that's very important, okay? And hopefully you have all correct answers and get the points for today, okay? So I think that's it for today's lesson. And by the way, do you enjoy Jimson's class? If you enjoy my class, okay, type a 6 in the chat box and say goodbye to me. Okay, yeah, maybe we can meet next week, okay? Yeah, on Wednesday, yeah? So everybody, I hope you have a good time with Jimson here, and don't forget to finish the practice today, okay? So we see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, I see a lot of you typing 6 in the chat box. That's good. Okay, yeah, thank you so much. And I'm going to send the practice in the group chat in a moment. And remember to do it carefully and write the steps, remember. Okay? So see you. That's the end here for today. Yeah, see you everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. A lot of you type 6. I'm so happy. Yeah, okay. See you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.